Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. You're watching Startup Central, and let's put the spotlight now on Solarsquare, which is into home solar. It has recently raised $40 million in its Series B funding round that was led by Lightspeed. There was participation from Lightrock as well. But how does the company plan to deploy this funding and the contours of this funding? To discuss that and more, I'm now joined by Shreya Mishra, the co-founder of Solarsquare. Thank you very much, Shreya, for joining us here on ET Now. First things first, help us understand how are you looking at deploying these funds and who are the investors who've taken part in this particular round?
Sure. So Solarsquare has raised what is the largest round in a solar startup for India. We've raised a $40 million Series B. This round is being led by Lightspeed and also has participation from our existing investors, Elevation Capital, Lower Carbon Capital, Rain Matter, and Lightrock. So in terms of the use of funds, Solarsquare has scaled in the last 4 years to become the #1 home solar company of India. We have now powered more than 20,000 homes and 200 housing societies across 20 cities of India. But just in terms of geographic presence, we are barely, scratching the surface of India. So with this round of funding, our first prerogative is to expand to 50 cities of India. That's where, a large part of the funds will be used. The second part, where the funds will be used is in investing in technology. We are building our tech stack to monitor performance of rooftop solar systems at scale. The tens of thousands of homes powered by Solarsquare, we have built the tech to get real-time data of how much electricity is being produced in those solar systems, and to remotely be able to diagnose if there is any issue and improve our after-sales service and maximize performance and savings for our customers. So a lot of investment will go towards technology. And last but not the least, investment will go in hiring talent. So we're going to be hiring, as we expand to more cities, we're going to be hiring in sales, operations, and also beefing up our leadership team and technology teams.
Right, so you're looking at building technology teams, you're looking at building infrastructure as well. But Shreya, given that only 1% of homes in India have adopted solar so far, and you all want to accelerate that adoption, but how will you make people switch to solar? And do you really see that changing in India, at least in the near term?
Revolution is very much like the telecom revolution, where people used to have, 40 rupees for incoming calls, and then comes a time now where everybody, even children, have their own mobile phones, or like the internet revolution. Similarly, the solar revolution, or the energy transition, as we call it, is playing out in a big way, across the world, and more so in India. However, because solar is a new technology and it's a high ticket size purchase for a middle class family, to go solar, they have to invest anywhere between, starting from 2 lakh to 3 lakh rupees, depending on how large is their home and how much power they need in their home. Given the ticket size, families have a lot of anxiety and a lot of, resistance to adopting a new technology. The primary fear are, oh, I'm going to invest so much. Will I get the savings that, solar says it will get? Number two, will there be a lot of hassle? Will I get my subsidy? And number three is, the ability to arrange financing. So Solarsquare is solving for each of those three issues and making it easier for homes to adopt solar. The first thing is that, we're a full stack brand. We have no middlemen. So we give the complete end-to-end solution for a family which is going solar. We do the designing, we do the installation, we ensure safety of electrical standards, storm standards. We ensure no water leakage to the customer's home. We get all the government permits. We ensure the customer gets their subsidy. And then we also, do 5 years of after-sale service for the customer. And we are the first company in India to not just guarantee a high-quality solar installation, we also guarantee performance of solar thereafter. So we're the first company which gives a savings guarantee to the customer, in which case, if his electricity production from solar is, there's any deficit or shortfall, we pay the customer back. That basically assures the customer's return on solar investment. And that makes solar, rooftop solar from Solarsquare literally like a fixed deposit, because you pay a price today and your guaranteed performance and savings by Solarsquare. So that basically removes a lot of resistance, because now people start seeing it as very trustworthy and they get a lot of assurance when going solar. The second thing is, we also enable easy financing. So we enable our customers to get from 1 year to 5 year loans. In fact, a large portion of our customers opt for 5-year loans, where the savings from solar is actually higher than a monthly EMI. So in a way, rooftop solar actually is a great investment, which which pays its own EMI. So the family doesn't even have to arrange for funds, to go solar. So these are some of the, innovations and things that we have done, which is, our ambition is to be the most trusted brand in this category. And as millions of homes become first-time solar buyers and be a part of this clean energy revolution, our aim is to make it easier and hassle-free for them.
Absolutely, Shreya, and doing a wonderful job so far as helping in the adoption of solar is concerned. But how are you looking at expanding your operations, and which are the geographies where you're currently present in?
Sure. So we are present in 20 cities across 9 states of India. We are in Maharashtra, Uttar Pradesh, Madhya Pradesh, Rajasthan, Tamil Nadu, Karnataka, Telangana, etc. And as we are scaling up our operations, like I said, we're a full stack brand. We believe that to deliver high quality and safety standards to customers, we have to control the entire value chain of solar. So we control procurement, where we do all the quality checks on every single solar panel that goes to a Solarsquare customer's home. We do 100 plus quality checks on that. Then we have our own design teams which design, solar, with strong, engineering, excellence. Then we have installation crews that basically assure, and we have our modular prefabricated solar structures that we install. They are basically certified by IIT Bombay to be cyclone proof. So they give a lot of assurance of, durability and safety standards to the customer. Then we also have our own after sales crews. Very much like your air conditioner or your car requires regular maintenance, your rooftop solar also requires regular maintenance. And our own in-house after sales crews do like a monthly maintenance at the customer's home. So we are going to be hiring, and expanding our operations team across all of these, to build a full stack brand is a nuts and bolts, thing to be done. However, it is the only way to really solve, for the customer's pain points and to really deliver quality systems to the customer.
Shreya, you have massive plans so far as, not just helping in the adoption of solar is concerned, but also to sort of accentuate this entire solar revolution. But the big question is, since there is a lot of push being given in this segment, even by policymakers as well, how are you looking to differentiate yourself from some of the other players in the ecosystem, in the industry, and what is the value that you are bringing to the table that others might not be?
Sure. So rooftop solar has actually historically been a very unorganized mom and pop business sort of a category, right? However, when a middle class family is adopting a new technology, that too at a ticket size of 2 to 3 lakh rupees as a starting price point, right? There's a lot of trust deficit. And solar, unlike, your refrigerator or your television, it's not a plug and play. It's not a finished good or a off the shelf product. Solar is actually a full solution, where you have to procure the right equipment at the right price point. You have to design solar specific to each home and its roof type. Then you have to ensure quality installation with electrical and mechanical safety, ensure no water leakage. And then for years and years, the life of a rooftop solar, once a family installs it, is 25 years. So there is more than 2 decades of after sales service that you have to deliver, so that this one-time investment actually delivers savings and return on investment for the customer. So given the nature of complexity of this, the category itself, we believe that, there was a room to create a brand, and that's what we have been able to achieve. We are the number one brand in all the cities that we operate in. We're also number one in India, despite having just, presence in 20 cities across India. Our biggest differentiator, like I said, is that we are the first and only company in India to offer guaranteed savings with solar. So we are not just guaranteeing, great quality installation and, hassle-free experience. We're also, putting our own neck on the line when we guarantee performance. So for a consumer, it really becomes the promise of a brand that, they're not just selling me solar, they're actually selling me performance, and they're selling me electricity savings. And, for that, we've had to build a lot of operations excellence. We've had to build a lot of technology stack, like I said, which allows us to, monitor and operate these, these tens of thousands of homes that are powered by Solarsquare. And real time, we are able to, through our machine learning algorithms, we are able to diagnose issues. We are able to address, it's any sort of performance issues or breakdowns at these homes. So that is the first way in which we differentiate. The second big way is that, we're the only scaled national player which has no middlemen. So when a family again is, the solar revolution is a new revolution in the history of mankind. We've never, bought a power plant for ourselves. Rooftop solar is nothing but a family actually deciding to make their own electricity and buying a power plant. So in a category like that, a lot of trust deficit exists. And so that's why we've eliminated middlemen. And our full stack brand approach also really gives a lot of trust to customers that when they buy from Solarsquare, end to end, everything is going to be handled by Solarsquare. And we have been able to scale nationally, with that. So I think those are, the two major things in which we differentiate, and that's really hitting a chord with consumers as well. So we see a sort of clear space to create a national brand in this category and to dominate this market.
All right, so Shreya, you're suggesting that it is going to be a service quality and, of course, the level of trust that you'll bring for consumers that's going to be a differentiating factor vis-a-vis the other competitors in the market. But one final question before we let you go. What are your growth metrics? Why don't you delve a little bit into your financials and the growth plans that you have for the company?
Sure. So, we raised our Series 8 exactly 2 years back in 2022. At that time, we had only solarized 5,000 homes across India. Today, in 2024, we have now solarized more than 20,000 homes and 200 plus housing societies. We've emerged as the clear leader in this category. Even India's national solar portal, which was inaugurated by Honorable Prime Minister, and under the Pradhan Mantri Surya Ghar scheme, which is this big push by our Honorable Prime Minister to encourage citizens of India to go solar. We've been the number one brand on the National Solar Portal, since it was launched. So I think in terms of growth metrics, we've grown a lot since in the last 2 years, we've grown 4 times. Our aspiration is to, like I said, expand to 50 cities. And, from here on, in the next 3 years, we'll look to, grow 10x. The residential solar market is a $100 billion opportunity in this decade. And we believe that India is going to be the fastest growing residential solar market in the world. And so we are the number one company of the world's fastest growing residential solar market. It's an honor, but also very, very humbling to keep innovating and to keep growing in this category. This is important for, our nation, and this is also an important mission for the planet at large. So that's that. And
Right, Shreya, thank you very much for your insights. Clearly, India is the fastest growing residential solar market. You've solarized more than 20,000 homes, but that's just the beginning, you say, and it is going to be buoyed by a lot of policy support that you're looking forward to. Thank you very much once again for joining us here on ET Now. And ladies and gentlemen, with that, we come to the close of Startup Central. Hope you liked watching the show as much as we did putting it together for you. From me and the entire team, goodbye and thank you very much for staying tuned.